Hello, this is cjhoyle. Today is Saturday, July the 17th, 2021, and I'm coming to you from the intersection of Ronald Avenue and Castlefield Avenue, and I'm currently heading in the west direction. And my plan for this video today is to ride from here over to Black Creek Drive, which currently has a ActiveTO road closure happening. So the plan is to provide a narrated tour of me riding there and also showing that destination. So this next intersection up ahead is Caledonia Avenue. We've got a red light, so I'll wait behind this other vehicle here. You may notice that the camera viewing angle in this video is a little bit different than what I normally use. Normally I have my camera mounted at the front of my bike, rigidly mounted to the frame of the bike, but this time I'm using a chest mount, and I have the camera mounted to my chest here on my, as I sit here on my Linear Limo Recumbent Bike. And it's just an opportunity to try something a little bit different, but the specific reason why I chose to do this today in particular is because it's been a fairly rainy day today, and up until about 15 minutes ago, there was a light rain that had been coming down for most of the day. And my idea was that I would use this camera mounting method, and that would allow me to be able to easily wipe the camera lens off with my fingers as I was riding along. But because the rain has stopped, hopefully I won't need to do that, but of course it could certainly start up again. Those train tracks we just passed back there carry the GO train that goes up on the Barrie line, which just recently they restarted their weekend service on that GO train line, which is a really great way if you want to go ride your bike up north of the city. You can take it on the GO train on the weekend and go up there to enjoy it. So the area that I'm riding through is part of the former borough of York, which was amalgamated into the city of Toronto back in 1998. And after I get past this intersection here, Castlefield changes names, and I'll be on a street called Beechborough for the next section here. We've got a bit of a hill to ride down up ahead, and I think the reason we've got downhills here is because Black Creek Drive is built in a ravine, so many things slope towards it. This is certainly an area of the city that I'm not very familiar with. Prior to today, I had never actually been on Black Creek Drive. Before starting the video, I did actually ride down and see it, and then I came back up here to start filming this video. So I do already know what's up ahead on the road, but before today, I had never seen it. So I'm just going to make a left turn here on Keele Street, and I'll be on Keele just for a very short little section here before I turn right again onto Clearview. Clearview Heights is the name of it. And again, we've got a nice downhill to ride here. So the ActiveTO program is something that came about last summer as part of the city's pandemic response. It was a way of being able to get people outside and encourage them to do healthy, active activities. I'm just going to make a right turn here onto a street, which I believe is pronounced Trethewey Drive. Others may be more familiar with this area and may know of a different pronunciation for that word, but that's how I believe it's pronounced. So ActiveTO includes a number of things, which included building bike lanes on streets that didn't have them before, but it also included taking roads that normally are not the best roads for people to ride or walk on and closing them to motor vehicles and opening them up to people walking and jogging and bike riding and rollerblading and scootering and all that stuff. And Black Creek Drive is actually a road that's normally not even open to people doing those things. It's really just for cars. It has a 70 km/h speed limit, and there are signs saying that you can't ride or walk on it. I'm just gonna ride in this little construction area here. Now, I guess technically you're not supposed to ride in areas like this, but having already ridden through this once before and I can see that there's no actual construction going on, I feel pretty safe in doing it. So this bridge that we're going to cross here, this carries the Black Creek. So that means that we've now reached sort of the middle of this ravine, and I'll be taking a right turn from here on Trethewey Drive, and I'll be heading north, or kind of northwest, I guess, up Black Creek Drive. And this section of roadway is open for people riding bikes and walking and non-motor vehicles from here up to Lawrence Avenue, and that's where I'm gonna finish the video. So Black Creek Drive is essentially the southern extension of Highway 400, which is a major Ontario north-south highway that goes quite far north from the city of Toronto. And back in the 1940s and 50s, the city had an aggressive plan to build major highways cutting through every corner of the city. And way back when, they had the vision that Highway 400 would eventually go all the way down to the waterfront, connect down to the Gardiner Expressway. But as they gradually started to build out their massive network of highways, public opinion of these massive highways going through already established communities and, public transit and other things starting to become more mainstream, public opinion for highways like this really had dropped significantly, and of course they didn't end up building it. So what's here, when they eventually built it in the 1980s, it's sort of a compromise between, an actual separated, well, it is a separated highway, but, from an actual like elevated or grade separated highway like the 401 or Highway 400. It's just a road that's restricted to vehicles, but it has traffic lights along it, for example. And Black Creek Drive, basically it connects the end of Highway 400 down to Weston Road, which continues in the south direction. Now sadly, there's not an awful lot of people riding their bikes or walking or jogging here today, and I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that the weather has not been particularly favorable today, but also that this is a pretty short section of roadway that they've closed, and it's kind of a difficult area to get to. For me personally, someone that lives in the Annex neighborhood downtown, it's about a 10-kilometer bike ride to get here. And I needed to ride on, quite a few streets that are not particularly bike friendly. I mean, some of them you've seen in this video. So, given that, it's not really in a high density area either, so there's not really anyone that lives that close to it. And sadly, this is something that's only going to be here for today, for Saturday of the weekend only. Many of the ActiveTO projects or closures are, you know, like this for both the Saturday and the Sunday. But this one, for whatever reason, is only the Saturday. And with the rain, again, not a lot of people came out, but there are rumors that this will come back again in a month or so, and hopefully they'll be able to make it a longer section of Black Creek Drive, potentially maybe have it go all the way from down there at Weston Road up to here, but I guess we'll have to wait and see when we get there. But here we're just about at Lawrence Avenue West, and we've been lucky that it hasn't rained on us, so I didn't need to do anything about wiping off the camera lens. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this new camera angle. But anyways, if you watch this video all the way to the end, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.